Welcome to my channel, Worldwise. I'm sure you've heard the news. In July 2025, Donald Trump once again made headlines with a wild and attention-grabbing claim that quickly spread across social media and news outlets. This time he alleged that Kamala Harris, Beyoncé and Oprah Winfrey were each paid millions of dollars for their endorsements during the heated 2024 campaign season, suggesting a secretive web of celebrity influence and political favors. Trump claimed, for example, that Beyoncé received a staggering $11 million for her support, and even went so far as to say she was booed off stage at a campaign event, painting a picture of controversy and backlash. He also insisted that Oprah Winfrey was handed $3 million, fueling rumors of backroom deals and under-the-table payments. The story sounded dramatic and explosive, perfect fodder for headlines and viral posts, until journalists started digging into the details and checking the facts behind the claims. Federal Election Commission records revealed that Beyoncé's company was actually paid $165,000 for event production services, not the $11 million Trump claimed. And there was absolutely no evidence of her being booed. On the contrary, she was met with cheers and excitement from the crowd. As for Oprah, her company was reimbursed $1 million for legitimate production costs, not as part of any secret bribe or shady deal. Trump took a sliver of truth, money exchanged for professional services, and twisted it into a full-blown scandal, blurring the line between fact and fiction. The goal was clear: create confusion, plant seeds of doubt in the public's mind, and let the accusation linger far longer than any correction or clarification ever could. In Trump's playbook, facts are just props, tools to be bent and shaped for a more sensational, headline-grabbing story regardless of the truth. Trump's presidency didn't just challenge the news cycle, it transformed fact-checking into a relentless, round-the-clock pursuit. Journalists found themselves racing against a torrent of claims, trying to keep pace with a president who made headlines with every tweet and speech. The Washington Post alone documented over 30,000 false or misleading statements in just 4 years, an average of about 21 every single day. The sheer scale was unprecedented, leaving fact-checkers scrambling to verify, catalog, and explain each new assertion. Newsrooms, which once hesitated to use the word lie, eventually had to confront reality and call Trump's statements what they were. The old rules of political reporting no longer seemed to apply. Steve Bannon, Trump's former aide, described the strategy bluntly: flood the zone with shit. The idea was to overwhelm the public with so much information, both true and false, that finding the truth felt nearly impossible. The result? Many people simply tuned out, exhausted and unsure what to believe. The constant barrage of conflicting claims left viewers feeling frustrated and powerless. Projects like the Washington Post's massive database and the Toronto Star's tally of 5,200 falsehoods became essential tools for anyone trying to make sense of the chaos. These resources offered a lifeline for those seeking clarity. But even with these efforts, the sheer volume of misinformation made it nearly impossible for anyone, journalists or the public, to keep up. The task felt endless, and fatigue set in. In this environment, objective truth started to feel like just another opinion, easily drowned out by louder, more persistent voices. The loudest voice often won, facts aside, leaving the nation divided and the truth harder than ever to find. Trump's most effective tool: repetition. He understands that if you say something over and over, it starts to sound like the truth, no matter how questionable the claim. Say something enough times and people start to believe it. This is the illusory truth effect. It's a psychological phenomenon where repetition makes statements feel more believable, even if they're false. He told his press secretary, "It doesn't matter if it's true, just keep repeating it." The goal isn't accuracy, it's persuasion, and the message is hammered home until it sticks. After losing in 2020, he endlessly claimed the election was stolen, rallying supporters with the same phrase at every opportunity on stage and online. He did this despite zero credible evidence and dozens of failed lawsuits. Courts across the country rejected the claims, but the message kept spreading. This became the big lie, a belief immune to fact-checking. Even when confronted with facts, many supporters simply tuned out corrections. The Washington Post created the bottomless Pinocchio for repeated debunked claims, a special category for politicians who keep repeating falsehoods. Trump quickly filled the category. earning this dubious distinction more than anyone else in modern politics. Falsehoods like, "The US has the highest taxes," or "My tax cut was the biggest ever," were repeated so often they became familiar talking points. These claims became part of his brand. Repetition bypasses critical thinking, creating an alternate reality where the line between fact and fiction blurs. In a fast-paced media world, the lie spreads, the correction gets lost. Social media amplifies the message, making it nearly impossible to keep up with the truth. It's a brutally effective way to control the narrative, shaping public opinion and influencing what millions of people believe, regardless of the facts. Trump's history of falsehoods predates politics. In the 1980s, he lied about his wealth to get on the Forbes 400, even inventing a fake spokesman, John Barron. He pushed the racist birther conspiracy against Obama for years, then falsely blamed Hillary Clinton for starting it. He promoted wild stories like linking Ted Cruz's father to JFK's assassination and invented Civil War battles at his golf courses. Even his golf wins are exaggerated. He claims 18 championships, but only 2 are verified. From business to politics, Trump's pattern is clear. Say whatever sounds good, truth optional. It's a lifetime library of lies. Experts call Trump the most dishonest president in US history, but some say lie doesn't capture it. Philosopher Harry Frankfurt describes a bullshitter, someone indifferent to truth, focused only on persuasion. Trump fits this mold. He says whatever serves his purpose with no concern for accuracy. The effect matters more than the facts. This indifference corrodes the idea that truth matters at all. It explains his constant contradictions. If you're not anchored to truth, consistency is irrelevant. For Trump, each statement is a performance quickly replaced by the next. The result, reality, becomes whatever he can convince people to believe. Trump's flood of misinformation has eroded public trust and deepened division. Attacks on the press and cries of fake news made it harder for Americans to agree on basic facts. During COVID-19, his false claims and promotion of unproven treatments undermined public health and cost lives. His rhetoric fueled prejudice, from birtherism to demonizing immigrants with real-world consequences. The pattern dates back decades, including DOJ lawsuits for housing discrimination. The biggest cost democracy itself. When truth is devalued, self-government cracks. The false stolen election claim led directly to the January 6th attack, proof that lies from leaders can threaten the entire system. Thanks for watching. My next video is up now. Check it out.